Hello there guys, Wayne here from Luna's World. I hope you're all well and got a great video for you today. I'm going to be reviewing the GT Ultimate from Pagnian, the cockpit that I've got here. I've done an unboxing video, so if you haven't seen that, go and check that out first. But I've had this for about 3 weeks now, so I think I'm in a good position to be able to give you my views and opinions on this thing, and yeah, just generally so far so good. But let's start at the beginning. So when this thing arrived, I had a clear afternoon to set it up, and speaking completely honestly here, it took me about 5 hours. Now, disclaimer, I'm not particularly good at DIY stuff. I've got 2 left hands and I'm right-handed. I get pretty annoyed pretty quickly, etc, etc. So worst case scenario, I would say 5 hours on your own. If you can find someone else to help you do it, I think that would be a real time saver. I did it on my own just because I was the only one around. But if you, yeah, like I said, if you can get someone else to help you, it's going to make the process a lot more easy and time efficient. So yeah, I just think that some of the instructions could have been a bit better. For example, the triple monitor screens took a bit of working out. You know, anyone with half a brain, I mean, if I can do it, you know, pretty much anyone can do it. So, so apart from that, the instructions are all really good. Comes with all the tools, everything you need. I would suggest having a pair of pliers, just some of the bolts that you have to tighten to get a good grip on. You might just need a pair of pliers to help you there. But other than that, you don't really need anything else to set this up. Everything is supplied, which is excellent. So the first thing you notice is that the quality of the materials, the machining of the materials is really, really good, really solid, heavy, great quality. So and that's always a good thing when you first notice that with a product. So yeah, it took me, like I said, about 5 hours to put together. There was a bit of swearing at times, but on the whole, pretty easy sort of process. Let's start with the chair, because this thing is super comfortable. Now, I mentioned in my previous video that I was going to be using this not just as a cockpit, but also as my kind of general everyday office stuff. So using it to write emails, to do video editing, and my other work. And I'm very pleased to say that it's absolutely up for the job. It really is good. This seat, like I said, I can't reiterate how comfortable it is. I had a pretty high-end office chair, and this thing just blows out the water. It really is. It comes with this lumbar support here, which you can actually tie around. I haven't done that because I like to move it around. I sit in different positions, so that gives me a little bit of flexibility with that. But I haven't had any back complaints at all. Ultra comfortable, can sit there for hours and hours and hours and not feel, you know, cramped up. So that's partly because you can adjust this thing to fit your stature, customize it to whatever your needs are. So I'm not actually going to move it because it's set perfectly. So like in a car, I'm going to leave it how it is, but I'll explain how this moves. So this whole back piece here, you've got 2 levers on the side. Pull them up, and this thing moves backwards like that, not quite all the way down, but it does move forward, so you can fold it if you want to for you know, for saving space. But you've got full adjustable angles there. The whole seat itself moves both backwards and forwards in a sort of lateral movement, so you can bring yourself closer to the screens or the yoke, or further back, whatever you like. So fully customizable. I do have the Ultimate set up here, so I've got all of the extra little bits and pieces, and I'll try and remember what they are. So first of all, the extended desktop, which I think is an absolute must. If you're going to use this as a combined cockpit stroke normal computer setup, then you really do need the extended desktop. So I've got my yoke, I've got my Cytec panels, I've got my keyboard, all mounted onto the desk here, and it works really well. Now you can have, and I do have it, the separate keyboard stand that can be mounted. Basically, it's movable. You can move it around. I haven't set that up. I'm going to, though, because there's been on occasion where the keyboard has actually fallen off. No fault of the product, but just me being clumsy. So I'm going to secure the keyboard onto the stand, and that's a great little addition there. It comes with, depend which one you get, because this is built for flight sims and it's built for car racing. I did get actually the car racing mounts in there, but obviously I'm just using the flight sim one. So it comes with these plates, and again, the plates are customizable. Well, not customizable, but you get different plates for different types of joystick. I can't remember exactly what they are. You'd have to check out that on the website. One little tip here, I actually haven't got these secured down. I haven't bolted these down purely because I don't want to move my chair because it's set to the ultimate sort of position for me. So that makes getting in and out a little bit problematic. So that's why I haven't put these down. So what I do is I've attached a bit of non-slip mat to the bottom of this, and then that just goes straight on the top there. And I really have no issues at all with this moving or sliding around. It really is fixed tight. Same on the other side with the joystick. So so when I want to get in and out, obviously that just comes down here on the floor, and it just makes life a bit easier because I'm not willing to move the chair because I've got it set exactly how I want it. Call me pedantic, I don't know, but you can move that obviously, and that makes it easier to get in and out. So the extended desktop here is on a kind of a strut here that can be moved up and down, so you can bring the desktop up or you can lower it down depending on what you want. The triple monitor stand is actually separate. So again, it's a separate unit, but it all sort of integrates together. So you can move the monitors up or down, and of course you've got individual adjustment on the monitors themselves. So if I wanted to bring, for example, this monitor and the outside monitors round more of an angle, I can do that with no problems at all. So it really is flexible for whatever you want, your viewing sort of position to be. Absolutely fantastic. What else to say? We've got the rudder plate down here that is fully adjustable, so I can angle it up or down, or I can move it up or down in that direction. Fully customizable again. This thing really is built for comfort. If you get it, you can get it right with a little bit of fiddling around, and it just is superb. So my general experience of it is that instead of flying a desk, which I imagine is what most people are doing, unless obviously you buy something like this, flying a desk is okay. I've done it for years, but I can't reiterate enough what this does to your experience with flight simming. It makes it more of an occasion, and that hasn't worn off yet, and I don't think it will. You're climbing into a cockpit. It feels more realistic. Someone asked whether, it improved my piloting skills, and I immediately said, well, no, of course not. But on reflection, I think the fact that you are kind of more immersed into the experience, it concentrates the mind somehow. And I actually do think now that having this has increased my skills as a pilot because, like I said, it just feels like you're in a real aircraft, even though aesthetically it doesn't necessarily look like, how it would in an aircraft. It's pretty close to how it feels. So it does add a real level of immersion to your flight sim setup without shadow of a doubt. So I'm going to do a couple of close-ups and some sort of cinematic shots of the setup at the end of the video. So stay tuned for that. You'll see a bit more of the detail of it. But as you can see, it looks fantastic in the room. It's all compact. It's all modular. All slots together well. And, I'm super happy with it. Customer service at Pagnian is absolutely second to none. They can't help you enough. They reply really, really quickly with emails. And it's also worth saying that they shipped this out to me lightning fast. They have warehouses in the UK, in America, and because they're actually based in Australia, but they have offices here as well. So they'll ship this to you within about 48 hours. Absolutely amazing. DHL, really, really high quality. They helped me in with the heavy stuff, and just the general whole experience with dealing with Pagnian has been an absolute pleasure. If you've got any questions, they'll answer it. You've got any problems setting it up, they'll answer that. They're very, very quick to get back to you. And in my book, that really means a lot because if you've invested some time and money into this, you're going to want it to set up, get it set up perfectly and how you want it. And if you've got someone at the end of an email who really genuinely cares about getting you to that point, it's worth its weight in gold. So there we go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to just play you a little reel of some close-ups so you can see a bit more detail on it. I'm super happy with this. I would have no problems recommending this at all to any flight sim enthusiast to really take your experience to the next level, and next level of comfort, next level of immersion, and also it just looks really cool in your room. And it's big, but it fits comfortably in a fairly tight space. This isn't a huge room. And as you can see, it doesn't look out of place at all. It just looks really cool. So guys, I hope that's been useful. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. And of course, the link to buy this product will be in the description. And see for yourself. But this thing is absolutely great. And thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.